Facebook, but I mean, it's pretty clear here. It needs to hold this 275 level. Facebook likes to bounce around here a lot. I typically don't play Facebook in this range. Um, Once we get above like 280s or like 282, we can start looking for levels again. But yeah, nothing too interesting is going on right now. Yeah, I'd probably stay away from it. It has a bit of a bear flag. I want to see how tomorrow goes. Like there isn't really much to chart tonight, honestly. Today was just a straight sell off. So we got to see how the market reacts tomorrow. Futures are flat, so yeah, super flat. All right.
Do
Let's
you
look at
guys do y'all teach lessons on interpreting a chart?
yeah, we have weekly classes. We just didn't have class last week.
And
Since
that's for
we're on
members only?
platinum and gold.
Yeah, because I'm seeing hieroglyphics, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Send me a message after. I'll get you set up with that. All right.
PDD.
Yeah. I mean, we also have like one-on-one sessions available if you guys need. I mean, you don't have to be a platinum member. You can also just set up a one-on-one with any of the analysts, and we can get that sorted for you.
Is there a fee?
Oh yeah. What was that?
Is there a fee for one-on-one lessons?
Oh yes, there is. Yeah,
Okay.
It's in the membership tab.
Okay.
Yep. All right. PDD. Yeah. So if I out of that trend line, I do want to hold that 143.5 support. We will definitely cut this if we fall below 142. But it was oversold. I thought we were going to find support here, but that sell off today just caused it to keep tanking. So we'll see how it reacts, right? Once you do get above that 147 level, we should get a nice push to 150.3 and then to 152.8. Sorry, 153.8. That's kind of what I'm watching. I do want to try and test all-time highs again, above 163.1, but we'll see how it reacts tomorrow. Like again, tomorrow's going to be a lot of reactive trading. If you guys notice, most of my swings I posted today were much longer, much further out. I don't really like heading into tomorrow with a sell-off day like today in the middle of the week. It's not a good idea. What else? I'm not seeing too much else happening here. Yeah, I mean, today really messed up a lot of the levels, a lot of the setups that we had. So if you kind of imagine how things were moving before the sell-off, right? Nice little trend line here. I think you just drew it before, but yeah. So we kind of want to just find our way back into that price channel and not really worry about what's going on down here. I mean, we can use this data to try and guide what's going to happen next. If we fall below here, we're going to see 143, just like right there and right there. And that was the old resistance, which became our new support. So yeah, we just need to absolutely hold this 146 level. And since we have contracts 2 weeks out, we cannot fall below this level here. That's it for PDD. All right, Salesforce. Yeah, Salesforce, similar deal. It showed a lot of strength yesterday. It didn't really want to dump below that level. I mean, yeah, it has a lot of work to do. I'm not too worried about it just yet. Let me see. Yeah, I think we need to clear this 230 level like this week in order for us to remain bullish on it. But if we do fall below 216.5, we'll cut it. And if we can't clear this level by next week, we'll also cut it for a loss. But right now, I'm still pretty bullish on it. TTM looks good. Still sitting in that oversold zone. So we might get a nice push up in the morning if we have a green market. If not, it does need to stay between these lines, more or less. What else is going on? Yeah, I mean, it still has a gap to fill, right? So, just be aware of that. It has to be filled eventually. So there's gonna be one of these days where we just get a nice clean run from like 235 all the way to 245, but that might come early next week, not necessarily right now. That's about it. Like I said, the sell-off today's sell-off really messed up a lot of the setups. So I'm really looking at this price channel and kind of ignoring what's happening down here. So yeah, that's about it for now. All right, let's move on to what's next. Tesla. All right, let's do that. All right, so Tesla finally got a nice sell-off. This was kind of needed. Let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty neutral right now. Yeah, you guys can look to play this bounce. If we get anything below this 585 line, you guys can probably start to grab calls immediately or grab shares, only because of this doubled price rejection down here. Every time we fall below this line, we do tend to get a bit of a rejection. Even this day for a sell-off, the next day we bounce right back up. Keep in mind this is very temporary, just because we just recently gapped up. Also, the stock will be in the S&P 500 very soon. Again, any news based off that can cause problems.
Hey, I got a question on that. It's going into the S&P, right? Does that generally mean it's going to follow SPY, or is it still going to do like it does now?
Well, it doesn't follow SPY. I mean, it depends on how much weight it's being added in. I'm not sure how it's being weighted, but
It's 1%.
1%. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it might follow SPY somewhat, but it's not going to be as nearly as good as an indicator as Apple is, for example. Yeah, we have to see how it reacts, because Tesla's also like one of these stocks where people just buy into it for no reason. Like Apple, I don't think is overvalued, but Tesla definitely is. So it's kind of hard to say. I also haven't really done much studying on stocks that have been added to the SPY recently.
What I read said that
Yeah.
when it is like officially in there, that brokers and all the big firms are going to be moving funds into Tesla because it is a part of that or something like that. So they said it should make the stock climb.
No, that already happened.
That's
what
already
happened when it was
yeah.
announced, right? So when it was announced, all those banks started buying up shares because they knew they had to cover those positions for their ETFs and their actual private equity funds. So yeah, that already happened. So any buying that's being done now is just banks trying to catch people and dump it on them like this so they can get even more shares for cheap, right? Again,
So
remember,
how low can it fall? And with the news about the JP Morgan that downgraded it to something like $90 affected.
they got a downgrade, Tesla?
It was like on CNBC, and it was, if you Google it up, it says JP Morgan.
Oh, I see it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I didn't even see that.
After that, it kind of went up in the sell-off mode.
Well, that's true. I mean, the that sell-off was bound to happen regardless, downgrade or not. I guess that's why I started tanking in the morning. But again, JP Morgan is very infamous for just downgrading a stock or upgrading a stock and then either getting shares cheaper or picking up shares and then upgrading it because they have that power.
Yeah.
I don't really think this downgrade is going to affect it as much. Tesla has gotten a couple of upgrades as well from many different banks, so it's not the biggest deal in the world.
But can we see a little bit of a jump tomorrow, or it's?
It's
you think
definitely
it's gonna-
possible. I mean, I don't think we're going to open up green tomorrow, like, and just start
Okay.
flying back to 650 now. It's going to be a bit of a slow climb. We do have a couple of hurdles to pass. Namely, this zone is very important. Sorry, that was horribly drawn. Anywhere in this little rectangle, we have to clear that hurdle first. I don't think we're going to see this for a while. We might see 700 next week, but today was a good correction. It's also possible that we could just be in a correctional wave for today, but that could continue. Yeah, that could continue. So I'm not sure.
So, quick question. If the correction continues, right, where would be the next stop for Tesla?
I'd have to actually do like fib analysis on that. I'm just on my phone right now. Sorry, on my iPad,
Oh.
but I can do it a bit later. Whoever this is, just send me a message right now, and I'll chart that for you later.
Sure. Because I'm thinking to buy some long-term equity on Tesla because it's in a good buy range.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I thought I would load up at 450 or something, and it was not
Yeah,
possible.
Tesla's overpriced. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a nice correction. Wow. Yeah, the stock should be back at, I don't even know. Right here. That's where it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
400 range.
Yeah. 700 next week. I don't know. I have to see how it reacts tomorrow. I want to see how much the sell-off affected the stock versus the downgrade and just other technical indicators. But as far as trend line, this is the third test or fourth test for a trend line, that being the second and that being the first, obviously. This can be extended all the way down there if I could draw lines correctly, but I can't. We'll see. Neo. What's going on with Neo? It's definitely taking a bit of a beating these past couple days. It is yeah, we gotta look on a bigger time frame for this. Probably hourly. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll see how it reacts tomorrow. I mean, it's not strong right now. Still showing bit of price weakness. Has a bit more room to drop. TTO RSI. We could definitely see a drop back down to this level. Hopefully, we can get a nice dip below this 39.7 level, because if we do, we're looking at a nice bounce, or even potentially drop down to here. So if you get anywhere in this rectangle tomorrow, or this green rectangle is like a money zone. But yeah, anywhere in this zone, you guys can grab calls, because last time this happened, we got a nice 20% day run. This ran like a lot, like almost $8-9 in a day. Similarly here, wasn't as good of a bounce. So I do want to see Neo potentially dump here in the morning. If we do stay in this range, then I'm going to stay away from Neo, only because it doesn't seem to have much price strength right now. Like I said, there's a lot more downside coming potentially. So I would just say play the bounce. Yeah. And if we can open below 43, you guys can grab shares. Yeah, I don't really see any breakout levels right now. Nothing under 48 looks attractive to me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just all chop. Yeah, if you guys are finding it difficult to draw trend lines and find levels, it's probably not a good stock to play at the moment. Not every stock has perfect levels clear cut for you guys. All right, let's check out Farfetch. All right, so this was chosen for a couple of reasons. So some people were asking why I chose this, since the stock was almost at all-time highs. Well, first of all, they crushed earnings. They had a big retracement, right? I've been watching this for a while. So once we did get a nice little push above that level from when it gapped up for earnings, it has started to run like a regular stock. Yeah, I mean, this stock has been pretty depressed for a long time. Like, it hasn't really been moving this whole time, even though it did get a nice pop in that last earnings. So I do think people are seeing the true value of the company now. And as far as charts go, it's still looking very good, right? So on the hourly, this candle right here is all I really needed to show me that we're still in business. So basically, how do I? It's kind of hard to demonstrate this. If you guys just go on Google and type in piercing line candle, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is a bit of an example of that. Secondly, this is our main, oh God, I can't draw. Sorry. This is our main support level right now on Farfetch. So we're kind of looking at that. I want to see that retest of this line, potentially. It bounced pretty aggressively off of it. The third thing was there's quite a bit of option flow for it. And fourthly, people are going to start buying a lot more things in the holiday season. And I think this is just getting an early start to it. So I want to see how it reacts. It's been a very, very steady uptrend. And, none of the indicators are really showing that we are in a dangerous zone, right? Before we were a bit overbought, and this sell-off kind of brought us back down to earth. So we're back at that 58 RSI level, which looks pretty good. It's not really a short expiration. I'm just trying to collect premium. Like, I don't think we're going to get 60 to 65 by next week. We might, but I just want to see a nice break above all-time highs. That's all. Yeah, I don't really have a target until I slap some fib lines on this. All right, next stock is Run. Then we'll do JD, and then Snow, and I'll be done here. All right, I haven't played Sun Run in a while. Oh, this is a nice catch. Yeah, what you guys can do. So go back on the daily for a second. I'll teach you guys something right now. All right, so what you guys can do. So normally most traders, what they're seeing right now is always they slap on a daily chart and they see a bearish engulfing and they think, okay, cool, that means stocks can go down tomorrow. But you do have to remember that we sold off today. So what you want to do, guys, when you see something like this, is you first want to go zoom into this candle and kind of find out what these levels are, right? So if you go back on the 30-minute or hourly, that's fine. Yeah. So this right here, that's the bearish engulfing candle, right? But the real sell-off started around here, right? I mean, I don't have an exact time, but I guess somewhere in this candle, that's where the sell-off was. So you kind of want to find a level on this blue candle to kind of see if we had any levels there that were significant. And if we do, you guys can look at that as a potential breakout zone, right? This is also a pretty good sign of a reversal, potentially, but I wouldn't bet the house on it yet, right? I'm still going to watch this 56 level, 56.5 level as a break, as a support level. If we break below it, we can easily see these levels. But then again, anything in here is all chop, and this is not really good data for us. So I probably wouldn't go long on the stock until we can see a clear push above this 60 level. The reason I say that is because we had a nice push with volume right there. Same thing happened here, right? We had a bit of chop there and a nice clean push through it. So let's see. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I wouldn't take a position on it until we get a push through 59. If you guys want to get in early, just be cognizant of the levels and just be aware that anything here is very choppy and not much is really going on here. I mean, I guess we did get a nice aggressive bounce here, but that's also invalidated by this action right here. So it kind of cancels it out. Not much is going on. So
What is this?
I'm not really sure. All right. Double bottom forming potentially. Yeah, again, that just proves my theory. Getting in above 60, 61 is a good idea. I'm not a big fan of this stock anymore. Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's do JD.
Let me chart this.
Fall right out of your wedge. All right, JD showed a lot of strength today in the morning, even during the sell-off, right? Seems as if it does not want to go below 82. I mean, it's below 82 right now, but 82 seems to be a pretty hard line of support. Like even when SPY was dumping, JD could barely be taken down with it. So looks like it's really trying to hold this 82.7 line. You know, we broke through it a couple times, couldn't really hold, but we do have a doji right here as well, so we might get a nice push up there. Yeah, I picked this as a longer term swing because this is oversold. This has been a downward price channel, and I did see signs of reversal around here, so we might get a nice push upwards. Also keep in mind that China is backing JD with their I think they're going to start using they have like something with e-commerce. I don't remember the news right now. Maybe one of you guys remembers, but something to do with the payment plan and gifting, something like that. But yeah, TTM is also ready to go. So don't sleep on this. Also look at the volume on that doji candle, right? You guys, yeah, don't miss these little signs, guys. These can make or break your trading, right? See that increasing volume on the bottom and the size of that candle. You know, I think it's very, very likely we get a heavy bounce all the way back up to there. My price target for this is going to be 88 on this stock. And we could go back to, is this all-time highs?
Yep.
I think it is.
Can you repeat
Yeah,
that again?
okay.
On what can make
No,
or
I'm
break?
saying that my price target is 88 on the stock right now. We might go to all-time highs, but I'm not sure if we'll get there by the 31st. We might. I mean, JD is e-commerce, right? It's going to follow Amazon, Etsy, Baidu, etc.
7% move.
But yeah, I'd say cut this below 70. Yeah, this level actually, yeah, 79.5 is a good level to cut it at. Maybe even 78.9 just because of this price rejection right here. But again, I don't think we're going to see this just because of how much strength we showed today. Look for a double bottom here. Take all these bear flags, take all these steps, and we're going to try and rebuild them up here, right? That's kind of the plan. And that I expect us to get a nice rejection here before we go and fill this gap up there. So we'll see. At this point, we'll probably sell half our contracts, leave a couple runners, and sell these for profit once we fill this gap. Yeah, once you start getting closer to 90, we're gonna see a bit of a struggle. But all the indicators are flashing buy signals right now. So even with today's sell-off, it showed a lot of strength. Let's check out Snow. Yeah, I got faked out today on Snow puts. You know, I thought I was gonna dump, but then didn't seem to be breaking down that level, and then all of a sudden it just dropped out of nowhere. It's a weekly candle. Yeah, depending on how this closes, that could be a dark cloud candle, depending on how that closes. I mean, it kind of has to be, technically it has to be a bit lower for us to really call it a dark cloud, but
What's the dark
in any
cloud
event,
candle?
dark cloud candles when you have, let's draw it out quickly. Let's call that a green candle, and let's call this a red candle. Well, it is green and red, right? So basically the idea is that if you have a red candle that encompasses your green candle, this isn't a bearish engulfing because the red candle would have to completely cover that, but this is still bearish because it means that sellers were able to take over the price session. Yeah, you have it. You have it there pretty much. Yeah, that doesn't really show the actual candlestick pattern though.
Yeah, I just
Maybe
showed you
another picture. Yeah, it kind of shows your entry, how to play it if you zoomed in. Yeah, you found another one, that'd be great. Basically, the idea is that if this covers, if this like basically, if below the red candle is below the halfway point of your green candle, then it's a very bearish sign. And the more of this candle that it covers, the more bearish it is. As long as the high of the red candle is above this green candle. And then conversely, if you have, yeah, there it is on the piercing pattern, right? So I told you guys earlier to look at the piercing line candle. That's what I was talking about. And that's a dark cloud cover, right? So you guys see how this red candle, you know, it's kind of at that halfway point, the green candle, piercing line, same thing. learn these patterns, guys. They work almost every single time on longer time frames. Anything over 30 minutes, this should work very nicely. Works fantastically well on daily charts, 4-hour charts, 2-hour charts. You know, just study up. It's not too much to learn. But yeah, Snow looks pretty toasted right now. I don't see anything telling me to buy it. All we can do right now is play bounces, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we can fall back down to 330, 329, 330, 329. TTM looks pretty toasted right now. We're losing buying volume. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's not looking very good right now. We do need to clear 387 again, find support there very quickly to remain bullish on the stock. But I don't really like how it's moving right now. Yeah. Wait for it to dump a little bit more if you want to pick up shares at a discount. Snow has been
You think
overbought
like
some times.
330 or price would be good to buy shares?
Right. I mean, it might not get there.
Okay.
Just check these levels, right? If we find support at 360, then you can buy shares at 360, right? Basically, I'm looking for this accumulation and distribution curve to be complete, more or less, back down to here. Again, that doesn't always happen, but you guys see how we are in a clear downtrend ever since here.
Yeah.
So there's no data in between here, right? It's nothing. There's nothing to go off of, right? The only way to find levels is to find any significant bounce points in here, and even then we can't find it. These are 5-minute candles, right? Nothing significant. So I really don't have a trade here. So that's why I really hope we can stay above 387 because we have levels that way. We have that level. We have there. We have these two levels from breakout. We have there as well. Bounce points. That's a potential level, but not really. Yeah, I'm pretty lost here. It's an IPO as well, so I don't really know what to tell you about Snow for the time being.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, again, see how it reacts tomorrow.
Hey, quick question. Why do you think Roku has dropped very drastically even after they had a price upgrade news? I just want to know.
Roku said to drop anyway, chart-wise. I'm not really sure. It was showing bearish divergence for the last 5 or 6 trading days. Yeah, I was planning to short Roku today anyway, so I was very happy I got a price upgrade because that made it much easier to short. Yeah, the thing is now, since we do have, I guess all that bearish energy has kind of died down, I think, for now. That's why I have a couple calls for tomorrow. I didn't alert them, but I'm looking for a double bottom play right now. We did get pretty heavy rejection. Again, lots of volume. But yeah, the put play was honestly just because it's been running up way too much. And whenever stocks run like this for a long time, the first thing I look for is any bearish divergence. I want to look for any sell signals, whether it be the Ichimoku cloud or any other indicators. You guys can read up on those. Also, Elliott wave, it was overextended on the 5th wave, and it needed to come down. So I'm glad it did. Yeah, when I saw that price upgrade, that was kind of my trigger for puts, and this was kind of the confirmation area, and then the sell-off started. So yeah.
Oh wow, the price upgrade was the trigger for puts. Usually the price upgrade
is good for a bullish sentiment long term, but since I was going to short this anyway, the price upgrade caused everyone to buy in, which made it even easier to short it. So it was even more confirmation because I want to short it the higher the price gets, and it went up even more. So that way I was able to make a lot more money. But now it's oversold. So
I say it's ready to run tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm playing this bounce definitely.
Ready to run.
Might not get to 328. I wouldn't bet the house on it. First off, you want to watch at 315, and then you want to watch where it chopped around, right? Exactly, right there, that 322 level, 321. Yeah, so I'll start taking profits there. If we can run from here to even 315 tomorrow, just take profits. So this actually might be a play in the morning. We'll see.
Going there
React.
like almost every single day, and the average move like at opening is like on a normal day is like $3 before it starts to fall.
That's great. All right. Well, we'll see how it reacts in the morning.
Beyond.
Yeah, Beyond put similar reason. It's overextended. It's been gapping up every single day, and I didn't really see a reason for it to hit 140.